District Judge. I believe that the first case to take up on this docket would involve Caleb Eric Unrew. Is that person seated there at the detention center?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Caleb Unrew was apparently picked up for suspicion of unsafe speed for prevailing conditions, driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. However, at this point, the county attorney's office has not yet filed charges. Mr. Regier, what is the suggestion that the prosecutor's office is making regarding this case?
Your Honor, regarding this case, the state is prepared to proceed with a summons at a later date. As previously indicated by the court, the state is not aware of any information having been filed with the court at this time.
All right, let me ask the jail, does Mr. Unrew have any holds on him?
We believe Sedgwick County, Your Honor.
All right.
We're already in contact with Sedgwick County.
All right. Mr. Unrew, where would you be residing if you were not locked up in custody somewhere?
So 919 North Denmark. That is my grandma's house. I'm representing myself today. I was going to plead guilty, okay? And the reason why I'm going to plead guilty is I want to make it.
There's nothing to plead guilty to, Mr. Unrew. So we don't have any formal charges yet. So you don't want to be admitting anything at this point, okay?
Okay.
So we just need to know where, if you need to be served with a summons later, if they decide to file charges, we need to have a place to serve the summons. We just want to make sure that you can receive it there. And then if it tells you to come back to court, you need to follow the direction of the summons, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, no further action will be taken here in Butler County regarding Mr. Unrew at this time. Summons may issue in the future. Obviously, Mr. Unrew, this isn't going to release you from any other holds from Sedgwick County or any other jurisdiction. You'll have to go ahead and deal with those, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
Just when you get your summons, make sure you return at the date and time that it tells you to, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that concludes our business regarding Caleb Unrew at this time. We'll move on to another matter. All right, another individual is being seated at the detention center Zoom location. Your name?
Marlon Beavers, sir.
All right, I have information regarding a Marlon Dwayne Beavers Jr.
Yes, sir.
Beavers, it appears that you were brought in on suspicion of use or possession with intent to use drug paraphernalia,
Yes,
possession
sir.
of marijuana, possession of an opiate or other stimulant,
Yes, sir.
perhaps even 2 different counts of that. However, formal charges have not yet been filed against you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Beavers, where do you reside?
Like, we did get pulled over, and my address is 525 East Lincoln. I apologize.
Is there an apartment number?
It's a duplex.
525 East Lincoln in Wichita?
Yes, sir.
Do you expect that to change in the foreseeable future?
No, sir.
All right, here's what may happen, Mr. Beavers. The county attorney's office is going to look your circumstances over,
Yes, sir.
probably make a charging decision to charge you with a crime. They'll issue a summons, and that summons will be served on you, and hopefully they can find you at that location or that address you just gave me.
They will. They will.
And you'll need to return to court at the date and time that summons tells you to.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you're going to get picked up on a new arrest warrant and
No,
probably held for quite a while.
Yes, sir. Just tell me when I need to be here for court or whatever I need to do to be here for court. And you got my word, I will be here.
All right, that's good to hear, Mr. Beavers. I'm going to go ahead and order you released on this matter at this time.
Thank you.
But with the understanding that if you get that summons telling you to return, that you will return at the date and time.
Yes,
it
sir.
tells you to.
You got my word. I promise you, sir.
Okay.
I promise you. I promise.
Mr. Regier, on behalf of the county attorney's office, anything else we need to address regarding Marlon Beavers Jr.?
Not to my knowledge, Judge.
Very well.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Beavers, then I'm going to go ahead and order you released. It will take them a little time to get you processed out, so be patient with them, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Very well.
Thank you. Thank you. What time do I need to be? What time do I need to be here for court?
Well, Mr. Beavers, until they file formal charges, I don't know when that will be. Like I said, they're going to serve you with paperwork that will have that date and time on it.
And I'll get it in the mail?
No, most likely a sheriff's officer is going to deliver it to your place.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Okay, real good, Mr. Beavers. Okay, I think we're done. All right, another individual is being seated at the jail's Zoom location. Who do I have here? Your name? Okay, I
Thomas
can't hear
Houston,
you.
Your Honor.
Thomas Houston.
Thomas Houston, all right. This is State of Kansas versus Thomas Anthony Houston, case number 2025 TR 777. Thomas Houston appears at the jail Zoom location. Jared Regier on behalf of the Butler County Attorney's Office. This appears to be the second time this case has been called. Judge Webster called this case back on May the 7th. It was believed at that time, Mr. Houston, that you should have been there, but you failed to appear. Bond forfeiture bench warrant order issued with a $3,000 cash or surety bond established. Your original OR bond for $1,500 obviously. It makes me wonder why, Mr. Houston, you didn't show up on May 7th when you were supposed to.
I think I have my dates jumbled up. I got so many of them. I think I just might have jumbled up.
You have a whole bunch of court dates?
Yeah, I think so. I think I just had one jumbled up in there that I just didn't know when it was.
Well,
Honestly.
the bond form had the date and time on it. All you had to do was look at your bond form. May 7, 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
All right, we just need to get you back on Judge Webster's docket. The date I have for that purpose isn't out until August.
And Your Honor,
Yes?
forgive my interjection, but in 25 TR 0777, it would appear that paperwork was filed with the court on May 28th after the court made a finding that the defendant failed to appear on May 7th, and the court did make a much higher determination insofar as the issue of bond was concerned at that time.
Okay, what happened on May 28th exactly?
Your Honor, it would appear that paperwork from the May 7th hearing was filed on that day.
All right, well, the docket note says 3,000 cash or surety. Does something differ from that, Mr. Regier?
That is what the state's understanding is, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I'll leave that order in effect, but I think I'm going to use the first date that I have available, and that is July the 18th with Judge Lee. So I'm going to set the next appearance in this case for July 18, 1:30 p.m., Judge Lee's court. In the meantime, the defendant can obtain his release by posting a $3,000 cash or professional surety bond. All right, Mr. Houston, can you afford to hire a lawyer to represent you on this? Mr. Houston?
No, sir.
Okay, were you working before you were picked up?
No, sir.
All right. The court's going to appoint Darren Patterson to represent him. Bond is already established, and our court date set, July 18, 1:30 p.m. Mr. Regier, anything else we need to address or readdress regarding Thomas Anthony Houston?
Your Honor, I'm not sure if the court wants to address this or not, but there does appear to be another Butler County case, 25 TR 0941. My notes indicate that is currently set before Judge Webster on July 23rd. I'm not sure if the court wants to set these cases together for purposes of judicial economy or not.
Mr. Houston,
Yes, sir.
are you going to be able to make this bond?
Probably not.
I want him to see a judge at the earlier date rather than a later one, even though it's only a few days apart. Mr. Regier,
Very good, Your
I'm
Honor.
going to go ahead and leave him on this case set to see a judge on July the 18th at 1:30, and then appropriate rescheduling orders can be considered and perhaps made at that time.
Very good, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, then the Thomas Houston matter will be in recess. Again, we'll move on to another case.
That was a $3,000 bond, Your Honor.
All right. Are you Davey Mansaw?
Yes.
All right. I have paperwork involving a Davey S Mansaw. You were apparently picked up on suspicion of driving while suspended, drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana, and possession of some sort of other illegal drugs. However, charges have not yet been formally filed against you, Mr. Mansaw. Mr. Mansaw, where do you live? What's your address?
525 East Lincoln, Wichita, Kansas, 67211.
Do you have a roommate?
Do I have a roommate?
Yeah.
My auntie and my uncle. I stay with my auntie and uncle.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering, I just thought that was similar to an address that I heard earlier today, but perhaps it's not the same one. All right. Mr. Mansaw, unless the prosecuting attorney can give me a good reason otherwise, I'm going to be inclined to go ahead and release you at this time.
Thank you.
But I need to point out to you that they very well may charge you later.
Okay.
Then a sheriff's officer will come to your house and attempt to serve you with what we call a summons.
Okay.
Now, that summons tells you what your charges are and tells you when to come back to court. You'll
Okay.
need to make really sure that you show up in court next time.
I will.
Otherwise, an arrest warrant will issue.
I go to court every time.
All right. So, Mr. Mansaw, you'll need to make sure that you comply with the summons if and when you receive one.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that is a good address. They're going to be able to find you at that Lincoln
Yes, sir.
Street.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mansaw, unless you've got other holds on you from some other case or some other jurisdiction, at least on this matter that we were talking about today, I'm going to go ahead and order you released.
Thank you.
But with the understanding and your promise that if you get a summons, you're going to come back to court.
I promise I will.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mansaw. No reason not to believe you at this point. Just
No.
a lot of people kind of mess up on that. So, all right. Mr. Regier, anything else we need to address on Davey Mansaw?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Mansaw, give him a few minutes to get you processed out, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. There's nothing further. The Mansaw matter will be in recess.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more crazy court hearings like this one.